Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to another episode of Ghost in the Shell. Last time, the gang is finally back together. There's a little turmoil, a little budget discussion. Gotta squeeze out all the money they can out of the government to work for them. Todusa did a little fake death thing to, I guess, weed out some spies. Um, some weird shit's happening with John Smith. I don't know, man. I feel like that's a fake John Smith. I feel like they replaced him or something. It's kind of fucked up. Um, and we did learn a bit more about the posthumans, how there are 12 left and 3 in Japan that they are tasked with capturing so they can figure out more about what posthumanism really is and like ways to counteract it so they don't show up in the future again. So pretty intense stuff. Probably am gonna react to a couple episodes today because it's a holiday. So if you like see me in the same shirt, it's me just reacting a lot today. I want to catch up, fill up the fucking backlog, so have a bit more freedom with what to record. Because there's like metas in the channel, and I'm kind of in a bonus video meta move. If you've seen my Lord of the Rings reaction, so I kind of want more time to do separate unscheduled stuff. So I might just like K a lot of the episodes today, which is also just a good thing because it's a great show. But before we start, got ourselves our snack of the day, an Okinawa cinnamon cookie. It says it right there, man. I even got some milk. I think I have like two more Dude, this box is like cookie. It was cookie filled, man. And I'm down for it. Cookies over rice crackers any day. Honestly, this was the least rice crackers we've seen in a box, which is incredibly based. I've come around to rice crackers a bit, but like, just give me a box of cookies, man. Or better yet, jellies. Jelly me? Oh man, that would have been great. But yeah, let's try our. We've had the crumbly cookie. This is a cinnamon cookie. Yeah, there's like sugar cookies and donuts. I thought those were cookies. Okay. But today we have Okinawa Spice Okinawan Cinnamon Cookie with a bid description from Marutiyu in Okinawa. Despite its small size, I mean, it's a pretty hefty cookie, to be honest. Oh, never mind. It's describing the village. Despite its small size, Ojimi Village produces an impressive amount of different goods. Cinnamon might be a rather unexpected one, but this village is home to many cinnamon trees well over 100 years old. Usually cinnamon is made from the bark, but in Ojimi the leaves are used instead, and they also possess a high amount of flavor and aroma, protecting the valuable trees. Paired with plenty of brown sugar, this cookie is guaranteed to be an afternoon tea highlight. Sorry, I'm a melted cookie drinker. I don't know how cinnamon's made. I didn't know that it's made from bark. I guess it looks... Cinnamon itself is like kind of hard with the cinnamon sticks, so... I'm a cinnamon fan though. It's not something I eat much, like a spice, but... we got a little... Honestly, like I said, it's a hefty cookie. It's a little heavy. It smells good. Let's take a non-milk bite first. Hmm. Love the texture. Just nice and soft, a little crumbly. Probably my favorite texture of cookie we've had so far. Hmm. It's a nice taste too. It's not too light, but it's not too heavy, and it lingers, man. Let's dunk it in milk, like a true NA person. Get a milk mustache. Gotta be careful about that. I have a tissue to wipe off my mouth. Don't want a mouth mustache throughout the whole episode. And this is so good. This box is goated. It might be the best box we've had. If it came with 2 jellies, like all the other boxes, it would almost be perfect, man. I don't know why they only did 1 jelly. Maybe it's not a really Okinawan thing. Mm. Anyways, let's get the video started. God, this is great. Good job, Sakuraku Etsu Marakyu. I guess it's the a bigger collab. Anyways, episode 9, get your copy of the episode ready. Still 24 minutes, and at the end of the episode, we'll talk about it. Our episode discussions might be a little shorter now since there's no, we're almost out of voice actors. So, yeah. But let's start in 3, 2, 1, go. Bam, bam, bam. Money make the world go round. Money make the world go. Bam, bam. Oh, that's me. Fly. Money makes the world go round. So good. Bam, bam, bam. Ooh la la. Little POV. Robot arm? Politician, watch out. Oh. Jesus Christ. Identity theft, the lonely struggle. That was brutal. Oh, he's a post-human, right? That made sense. Is it really him? Oh. So it's a lucky break. Right, so it's not digital, so he couldn't hack it. Just fucking clobbered him. One shot. Bro, look at that picture. Oh. So yeah, politician. It's your job to find out. What a line. Sounds kind of badass. Look into that. Deaths by crushed skulls. Gucci Sanji. Oh, don't want that to happen. Yeah, very inefficient. You're waging a war. I guess it depends who you hit, though. Nice. The fangirl, Purin. Could be part of it. It's classified. Oh my god. A little gift? Oh, Walkmans, yeah. That's cool. When you work out. What the fuck? It's free! It is a little weird. I thought she shot her shot well. Oh my god, she looked so sad, dude. No bully purring. So he appears as a good guy at least. Oh, oh, it's purring. Sneaky, sneaky. Hmm. Oh, that's him. Yeah, post-human shit. Augmented reality sparring. Okay, it's like shadow boxing, but like use technology instead of just your imagination or information in your mind. Purring, she's helping. Hey, she's helping. Why do they care? 98. That's like one of the biggest house since there's probably so much surveillance cameras now. 3 months, so it hasn't been too long. Commonality. Huh. They're just against refugees in total? Okay. They keep showing the Tokyo reconstruction project, so maybe he's trying to take that down. Oh God. Ah, that is so. That's actually badass. Man destroyed his own fist from punching too hard without knowing what happened. Okay, so it's all illegal. Okay. Was he crooked too? Yeah, I guess it's the best way to assume. Mm. Yeah, that sounds like an Aramaki manner. It's just seem major in that outfit. I've seen that before in earlier projects. Mm. It's kind of fucked up though. Yeah, this is his father-in-law. It made sense though, especially if he's the top dog, right? I understand him being mad too. So they'll overlook it even if it is a thing. Hmm. Should definitely take precautions. It's gonna be a very awkward conversation though. Uh-oh. Oh, stealth? He's hacking the cameras. Oh, look at that black eyes on the white parts. I wasn't. Oh, yeah, we know that. Kingmaker. What a name. Hmm. Okay, so he was part of it. That means if the prime minister was going too, then he could be in danger also. So yeah, this is the meeting place that the prime minister met Aramaki before. Whoa! Well, he died. This is a robot geishas. Okay, well that that happened quickly. That was unexpected. I thought it would have been a major thing. Like like protect him from the die, but no, he's just dead. That sucks for the prime minister. We were a little late. We probably should have been following them like as soon as we had the suspicions. Seems weird that they waited. John Smith, it's an emotional moment. But also true. The search. Yikes. Oh, we knew that. True. Man, I hate when I get a cold and I sneeze so hard my head blows up. Ooh. All right. Okay. The ultimate bait. This is extremely risky that he's doing it himself, but I'm kind of hyped. Aw, his wife. Yeah, this is really gutsy. Holy shit. Yeah, he might even get targeted by like non-posthumans. Yeah, he has his own plans for sure. Okay, if you have Motoko personally trailing him, I do feel pretty safe about it. There he is. Uh Yo. Let's go. Oh my god. No. It was a distraction. Oh, they can't see him at all, man. Oh. Right answer? Good? Bad? I don't know. We didn't get the answer. Oh no, we know the fighting capabilities of the man though. Hand to hands, they do have the edge on Mototo. And this guy was a boxer, so you'd think he'd be even a little better. Dude, I love the hand-to-hand fight scenes in this. So good. Yo, he's getting back into his boxing style. She's making she's making him go back a bit. Maybe she's trying to get him to remember his old self. Ooh. Oh, never mind. No more boxing. Ooh. He got owned, man. Feel like CEO was a little more whimsical. Yeah, that's what I thought she was doing. But okay, so it was just a bait. Not actually trying to make him remember. They really need. I mean, I bet the security guards aren't even bad. I think they maybe the posthumans are just like attacking like bad people as general as that is. But the American situation seemed a lot different than like this guy. Smithy, we taught you're human. Be grateful. You're welcome. He did have a badass design. Like I love the tattoos on him too. That was a good episode, man. A lot to like about that. The post-human fight was awesome, but just his way of killing too was so fun. Let's see if we can voice act anything, or I think we're running low though. I wonder if Wiki has like more voice actors, but I will go my anime list. Boomer and Paz has still not said anything, by the way. No, not on my anime list. Also, nothing. Wow. Okay. Well, guess we'll just talk about the episode. Sigh. Okay, guys. Like I said, very good episode. Our villain, I forgot his name. Yuji. Let's let me get the name. Sanji. Yaguchi Sanji, the first of the three Japanese posthumans that I'm sure all the ghost, or I guess I should say Section 9 will be dealing with now. At Spotzer. I think, is it, I think he was, I just know the posthumans are relatively new, or is that wrong? I forgot exactly, because I think the CEO guy was like a posthuman for a while. But maybe not, because the wife's been dead for a while. For like a couple months. So it seems like they all became posthumans like relatively soon. Maybe like like they say the reason the war is happening, the sustainable war is happening is from the posthumans. But they seem to have like popped up like after the war started. And maybe they're continuing it, but like maybe their creation what has to do with the the sustainable war. But anyways, let's just go over the episode. I do love Sanji's kill method. Just the one punch to the head, boom headshot. It looks pretty brutal. I wish there was like more bits of like bones in the punches, but it's still. I just like who knows the autonomy of a fucking human in this universe? It could just be like metal in there too. But yeah, there's a lot of good moments from the first kill to especially the prime minister's stepdad. That very much surprised me. I didn't think he would just immediately just get killed like that. I thought they were gonna make a point of like protecting him, and that's gonna be like where they try to capture him. But he was just too fast, man. And just walks up, kills him, and walks away. And of course, he still has the same abilities as the CEO guy, um, where he can easily hack into anything cybernetic, making him able to block out, um, making people not be able to see them if they had eye work done, or just blocking out cameras. And he does. I assume he has the movement into the CEO guy does. Though he did get more easily taken down by the two of them, but it is explained by Motoko that her boxing with him, which was like cool. I was like, when it first happened, I was like, really? Is she gonna fight a post-human boxer with boxing? But it seemed to work because he also switched to boxing, which I assume that he didn't need to, right? Because I think his like formless, weird fighting style is probably stronger than boxing, which has like some limitations to it. Um, so that was cool because she just bait and switched it. We also learned like not really their motivations, but like it's because I don't because the CEO guy was funding raiders to help take down the rich profiting from the sustainable war. So maybe he was trying to like equalize things. The other one wanted to nuke Russia. um, and this guy was killing people benefiting off this Tokyo reconstruction project using like bringing in people as fake refugees, probably like fucking up something for the real refugees. So in all like the cases, though to be fair, I don't really know much about Russia in this world. I don't know if they explored it in the older series. They might have, but I just don't remember. But it seems like in one way or another they're trying to like make the world a better place, or at least make it more equal by taking out these people profiting from bad things, I would say. Though it's a very general objective. I'm sure we'll in time we'll get like the official purpose and it'll be a little more focused than this just general thing. Because, it varies from how taking out these fraudsters, abusing the refugee system, to nuking Russia. that one's a little wild. So, but yeah, man, love the antagonist. Glad they caught him alive. And the fight scene's just so good. I really like the hand-to-hand fight scenes in this. Again, there's amazing fight scenes in 2D anime. Very like theatrical, and in general, I would say better than 3D anime fight scenes. But something about like this, it just makes it feel a little more real, a little more technical, a little more not visceral, through imagery, because that's definitely in the 2D department, but like in the weight of the actions. It's kind of hard to explain. Like with 2D, you can make it a lot more theatric, a lot more flashy, a lot more dramatic. While 3D is a little limited in that section, it gives off a definitely different feel. And I think you can see it from these fight scenes. It's very entertaining for me. Um, but yeah, good scenes. Guess we should talk about the prime minister too. I was already pretty impressed with his character, and he's just like, he just keeps elevating himself. He's such a cool character. Um, they had that conversation where they called his dad a fraudster, which rightfully he was mad about, and obviously post death, um, he didn't outright blame Section 9, for it, because I guess they're both to blame since they're too slow to take action. But his response to use himself as bait was like extremely ballsy, because I don't think you need to, right? You could just get someone else to do it. You're the fucking prime minister to take over the chair. But as Bato was saying, this, he was kind of like the question of him being an American puppet, or is he just some young politician that gets pushed around? I think he definitely has ambitions, and like doing stuff like this will probably help him achieve those. But he does come off as like a really brave person, right? Even as Sanji like approached him, he didn't like run away or cower. He like faced him straight up. Even though he couldn't see them, he didn't just hear his voice. And then I believe him when he says he wholeheartedly wants to make Japan a better place. He wants to fix it. And that's why the robot or the man didn't kill him right away. Because even like the post-human, like when he approached him, I don't know whether he was suspicious of him immediately taking the mantle after his father died, or if he knew about the prime minister and didn't think he was the type of person to commit the sins his stepfather did. So he wanted to ask the question himself. But before Motoko interrupted, I wouldn't have been surprised if he didn't try to kill him. But you never know. It was definitely the right play to interrupt, especially with someone so dangerous. But yeah, again, he's just such a cool character, cool prime minister. He definitely lives up to the title, especially since standalone Complex's prime minister is also a pretty cool character. Um, so she has been her successor has been living up to the name, living up to the mantle. This has got some cool purring scenes, the Walkman scene where Bato rejected her. He's just not down for it. I mean, I don't know. She's kind of adorable. A little creepy, but also the Tachikomas fed the information, dude. And her sneaking in and hacking the police records mighty easily, by the way, and not giving a shit. Like, Beto said, "Oh, isn't that illegal?" Like, and I was thinking in my head, like, who cares? Who cares? You're Section 9. And Motoko was like that too. Like, yeah, she helped us. Might as well let her do it. But I think she can become a integral part of the squad, honestly. Obviously we do have Ishikawa, the data man, the hacker. Well, Motoko's a hacker man, but she kind of fills the same role as Ishikawa, but um she seems to like since she's part of the engineer team, she seems to maybe have a bit more specialization in that. I don't know if she's better than Ishikawa in that, but because Ishikawa wasn't trying to hatch it, because as Section 9 members, even though you don't really care about stuff, you probably still have to put up some appearances, right? If you're an official body of the government. But Purin, like, I don't know. She's just a worker, man. I like her though. I do like her. She's adorable. I don't know if Bato's gonna go for it, but like, come on, Bato, you might as well. um, yeah. Got a little John Smith action too. Being a douchebag. Though, when he called out them for not properly catching him, despite knowing that he would probably target the father for being a little too slow. I feel like that's a fair criticism, because even I said, I was wondering why they didn't immediately have someone trailing him when they suspected, instead of last minute trying to get to him. It seemed a little optimistic, but it happens, man. And then he just yoinked the body, which is to be expected. But yeah, guys, one post-human down. I wouldn't call it easy, but it was like relatively easier than the CEO dude, I think. Not, I mean, there were casualties, but under their watchful eye, it was only like one real one. And even if he is the prime minister's stepfather, he was kind of doing some illegal shit, so yeah. We also saw the prime minister's wife. She kind of looks like Motoko. Kinda. Short haired, kind of a more bluish color in her hair, but actually no, maybe it looks bluish to me. Could be black. Can we see her in light? Trying to I think they showed her in the hospital. Yeah, it is bluish. Yeah, anyways, doesn't really matter. So also I didn't realize while watching it, but basically Sanji I think he purposefully showed himself going through the front entrance to bait Motoko into going into the hospital so he could take out the guards. Because and this is the crazy part, if Sanji really wanted to kill the prime minister, like he didn't ask questions and he just did it, Motoko wouldn't have made it in time. She just barely made it because he was talking to the prime minister. So they would have actually failed, which would have been disastrous, by the way. Such I would say it's probably on the brink of breaking up again, right? Like, they went through a lot, but having the prime minister die while you're using him as bait in part of your plan is probably like literally the worst optics you can have as a special forces team. So very almost a lucky break, man. Posthumans shouldn't be underestimated. I didn't even it just clicked to me now that you probably could have just gotten away with the kill. I mean, they might have still captured him at the end, but he was close to being fucked for sure. But yeah, good epi. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'm liking this series more and more. I honestly think it's like it's a great series, man. Well, I don't know. Rotten Tomatoes 17% is the most insulting thing I've ever heard. The thing with Rotten Tomatoes, I think it's actually like the worst review site. IMDb 6.3. Sure. I wouldn't be offended if someone gave this a 6 out of 10 or even a 5 out of 10 just because they just can't vibe with the animation style at all. Because it is a leap. But if you get past that, then I think the plot's like legitimately good. Even I was having problems with it a little bit in the beginning since they're taking a different approach rather than making it episodic with a main plotline mixed in. But like it's been very satisfactory. Bro, there's no reviews. There's just a store, man. What the? What does it say? David Hogan hates it, though he likes second season better. It's a lesser life form and is starving to death for lack of inspiration by Claire Napler of Polydon. The action is a little more dynamic, and the art style is easier to get used to. Wait, no, this is season 2. Okay. I mean, I don't know, man. To be fair, I'm always a person who never really takes ratings to heart. I think they're a good indicator of the public opinion, but like with this, I think it's a great series, a great show, honestly. And with even with the new Lord of the Rings show, it's kind of like getting blasted a bit. I'm like, dude, this is pretty good. So yeah. Anyways, it happens, man. I think it's good, and I'm definitely gonna be watching season 2 eventually. Oh, sorry, it's a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes for season 1. Sorry, we just gotta like read the blurb because it's funny. Toussaint Edan from the AV Club. As wonderful as it is to return to the series, interpretations of Major Kusanagi and the company, after more than a decade away, you're better off dusting standalone complex DVDs and give this one a pass. Huh? There's no impact to watching these CGI models move around, and their limited facial expressions give the still clearly game voice cast so little work to play off of. That is a fair criticism of CG, because 3D CG they definitely, like, while they improve in some stuff, facial expressions is one of the weaker elements of it. But if this guy doesn't like include like the fight scenes and the designs for like some of the technology in his like full review, then I'm questioning that, because obviously that's a fair complaint. But like, what about all the positives you can get from the CG, which is, I will say, one of the better CGs I've seen in full 3D CG animes. It can be a lot worse. Anyways, we got the one good review by Alberto Carlos Espinoff. An entertaining and fluid series that reminds us once again why we like the saga. Based. Chris Stuckman, popular YouTuber. The look of the show is so distracting that I had a really hard time getting invested in the story. See, this is a review that I can see too. I feel like if you just don't like the the style of animation, you're just not gonna like the series, and I think that's fine. I think if you just put it down because you don't like it, that's fair. But I think if you can look past it, it has a lot of good elements that I feel like people might not vibe with, might not like even look into. David Hogan from HoganReviews.co.uk. Sat 2045 is not pretty to look at and starts off poorly, but then it managed to pick up in the last few episodes just enough to raise this from poor to average 3 out of 5. Then why is it a splat? Excuse me, why is this a splat? Well, the Spanish guy also gave it a 3 out of 5, but it got a tomato. Rotten Tomatoes? Do I have to ask you to fix that? Anyway, I don't really care. It's just fun to read. We got Panos Kazathenis Asian Movie Plus. Another kick in the face of what used to be the greatest franchise of the anime world. One that is even worse than the live action adaptation. I haven't watched, to be fair, I have not watched it yet, but I highly doubt this is worse than the live movie. But we'll see. Eventually. I will watch the live movie eventually. And honestly, it felt like Phantom of the Menace all over again. In the emotional heart of the story, felt lost in its political messaging. Excuse me? It's literally always been political, though. I guess, like, it's not that on the nose. It's always been like that, though. Anyways, those are the reviews for season 1 by Rotten Tomatoes top critics. uh Anyways, that's all I gotta say. So sorry, I was padding for time since we can't talk about voice actors. What are we gonna do next episode, man? Anyways, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. I don't know what's next. Probably just more post-human hunting, I assume. We'll see what comes out of that. Maybe we'll learn a little something from the Americans' research of Sanji that we just taught for them. So yeah. Until then, see ya.